I think that January 22nd, 1973 would be an historic day.
This is the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions. The majority in cases from Texas and Georgia said that the decision to end a pregnancy during the first 3 months belongs to the woman and her doctor, not the government. Thus, the anti-abortion laws of 46 states were rendered unconstitutional.
If the experience of New York State is any guide, America will eventually have one abortion for every 2 births.
And I remember the day I was in the office, we were doing abortions, when the news came over the radio at the Supreme Court ruling. And I couldn't believe there was more than I would have asked for, more than I could believe that the Supreme Court would ever do. I just felt this, great sense of relief that, it's over. At last, it's over. We've won.
Abortion takes a human life. I don't care how you define it, what you call it, a little life is destroyed every time abortion takes place. It's very important that we realize that if we're going to address the abortion issue, we have to have a big, bodacious, exciting vision. And that vision is to essentially make abortion unthinkable, so that there will be a time in the future, I don't know when, but it will occur, it will come, when women will look back at this day and time and say, how could they do that? Why would they do that? I cannot imagine a woman would do that to her baby. When that time occurs, we will have reached a point where a culture of life has been established. Abortion will be unthinkable.
The pregnancy care centers provide loving support for young women who are faced with an unintended pregnancy. They welcome these women into their center. They counsel them. They first determine whether the young woman is pregnant. Often the centers will provide ultrasounds, which is another great way to encourage the young woman to carry her child to term.
Well, the sonogram reveals the truth of what's going on inside her body, and she can see her unborn child, hear her unborn child's heartbeat, and hopefully connect with that baby.
In the Dallas-Fort Worth market, there are several very qualified, credible pregnancy care centers.
Downtown Pregnancy Center is a Christ-centered ministry, and we're here to help empower women to make life-affirming choices, to help them when they find themselves in an unplanned pregnancy to be able to choose life.
We're a pro-life evangelical ministry that works with women in unplanned pregnancies. We're there to be an alternative to abortion for these women who are coming in.
In the Dallas area, I think if we were describing the underserved client, really you could say it's any abortion-minded client.
It's obvious that they have changed their mind once they've received information about abortion procedure, or they've had a sonogram, they've made that connection, and they leave here knowing for sure that they have changed their mind, they're going to carry that life.
Our goal is to get her in as quickly as we can before she makes her final decision. We don't give up. They may leave very hard-hearted, but we continue to pray and we continue to follow up with them.
This wall represents the babies born here through the Pregnancy Center over the last few years.
A new ad campaign is about to hit billboards across our area. It's targeting college-age women in North Texas, dealing with the issue of unintended pregnancies and where women can go for help. CBS 11's Jack Fink is live in Dallas with more on this new campaign. Jack?
Well, Karen, we're along Central Expressway at Fitzhugh, and I want to show you now one of 5 new billboards that a pro-life group has put up around Dallas. They say they link young women to pregnancy care centers in the area.
Vitae's messages are intended to encourage a woman to either go to the internet to visit our website, youroptions.com, to research her decision, or to call an 800 number and be connected with local pregnancy resource centers. We see ourselves as facilitators to the pregnancy care centers. We see ourselves as the added component to what they're doing.
We love Vitae. We love that they come into Dallas and that they do billboard advertising, and when they run ads on television in the past, we can always see a marked increase in the number of phone calls that we have.
Pregnant? Not sure what to do? Find out all of your options. You're pregnant, but you're not alone.
Vitae has been a great organization for us. We've for years known about the advertising that they've done in the Dallas area and some other methods of advertisement that they've used to help direct clients to pregnancy centers like ours.
Well, Vitae does the advertising for us that we can't afford to do. And so they're able to reach that market that we can't reach to bring them into our doors.
The research that we do is really very groundbreaking, and it's important that we know the audience that we're reaching is getting a message that they're going to understand, that they're going to comprehend, and it will make them feel empowered.
When they see the truth of their unborn child, they often change their minds.
A North Texas doctor who performs abortions is back in the spotlight this midday. His clinic shut down a while ago, but now he's reopened a surgery center.
He is now the only doctor in the area who will perform late-term abortions. That's for women who are up to 6 months pregnant. It's no surprise that he's been the target of protests, but as KVUE's Jim Douglas shows us, there is a surprise in the doctor's story.
Am I killing? Yes, I am. I know that. I ask that the spirit of this pregnancy be returned to God with love and with understanding. The hardest one is the very young girls.
How young?
9 and 10 years, as young as 9 and 10 years old.
We will pray with them, and we will wipe their tears in the counseling room. So they often leave very hopeful.
Abortion began in Dallas, and we would like to see it end in Dallas.
We don't give up.
We could actually measure results. The number of lives saved, little kids that will have a birthday, and moms who will not have a life of worry and torment. And we can measure in a community, big or small, that we can impact so many little lives. That's exciting to me. I have a vision, and that vision is one where we do not have to accept abortion on demand. I believe the sky is the limit. I want to invite people to come soar with us.